Hello my friends and welcome to the GMBN Tech Show. Coming up this week, we've got a new dropper seat post.
And another new dropper seat post.
And a new trail lid.
A fork for dirt jumping.
A damper to put inside a fork to dial in your setup even more.
And a throne fit for a king.
Very nice, let's get into it. Right, Owen.
Yeah.
Turns out bikes are really good for you.
They are, yeah. I think it's scientifically proven to be good for you.
Mentally and physically, and I think it's more the mental side I want to dial into today, because last week I said I was itching to get out for a ride. Like I was just sitting here just like buzzing at the desk, but I can confirm I'll get out for a ride, or several at the weekend, and it was absolutely class.
That's very exciting.
So just with that, we all ride for different reasons.
We do.
Be it commuting, training, seeing friends, getting out in nature, switching your brain off.
Or switching your brain on.
Or switching your brain up, as I like to call it, helmet on, world off.
Wow.
And it's quite easy to get caught up in our own riding when we're out and about. But yeah, like I was saying, the next two people, they might not be there for the same reason. So I might want to go out and do more than just poodle along. But then at the same time, there are people that don't want to ride at Mach 10. Everywhere.
Agreed, yeah,
so
there are, yeah.
If you see someone out when you're riding, be nice, say hi.
Sensible advice.
So we celebrate all the techie bits and we like to nerd out, but we're here because we love riding bikes.
Yeah.
And what I really like seeing is down in the comments, all of you guys and girls chiming in how X or Y made you ride, and more importantly, what you get up to on your bike. So make sure you get in the discussion down below and get outside and enjoy it.
There you go. Sage advice. Like it.
Yeah.
Love that a lot. Yeah.
Right. There's quite a lot of exciting news this week.
That's what we want. We need exciting news.
We do. So, that first dropper seat post.
Yeah. What have you got?
Crankbrothers Highline.
Ooh.
Yes. So, designed to evolve, improve and simplify their dropper post platform.
That seems like a sensible idea. We like it.
So, following the trend of reducing insertion depth per size.
This is how much post you have to put into your
which then
tube
means you can get a longer drop on it as well.
More drop.
Which is really cool. So, and it's also got an internal travel adjust now, so you can get that dialed in there. The actuator on the bottom of the seat post is almost half the size of the outgoing one, which is how they've reduced that sort of insertion size there. The stack at the collar and the
seat clamp bit, yeah,
that's reduced as well. So all essentially to maximise the drop.
Sensible.
Which is cool. So available in a number of diameters from 27.2 up to 34.9 as you'd expect, and in travel lengths.
Okay.
Ranging from 60mm to 230.
That's a heck of a size range. That's from sort of like gravel, proper gravel, almost road. Some of the roadies have used droppers in the past. All the way up to 230.
So
that's
that
monster.
adjustment is adjustable in 5mm increments up to 20mm.
Oh, okay. So you could get the 60mm and then reduce it down to 40.
Not quite with those though, unfortunately. So on some of the smaller seat posts, they're not adjustable. Just if you are looking to get one, have a little read up before you commit.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. I mean, 40mm is not that much.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the price point? And do you have to charge batteries?
You don't have to charge batteries because these are cable actuated.
Aha.
Yes. And they are 249 euros and dollars.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. There's another dropper seat post as well.
There is. Yeah, the Teutonic Titans of Tech, which is a wonderful little thing I always run off.
Your favourite phrase.
Any Germans who make stuff, really. This one is all about Intend. So Intend are probably famous for making lots of fancy parts, from inverted forks to very special stems to... I feel like they've even done a crank set. All of some of which has been copied. Maybe never bettered, but they've got a new dropper post. I think maybe their first dropper post actually, called the Elevator.
Yes,
great name.
Yes,
and I think what's interesting is they've teamed up with a really experienced Taiwanese manufacturer, because quote unquote, and this is actually almost like one of your favourites in terms of it's a quote from the press release. So it's, you can't reinvent the wheel, but you can team up with somebody who's already built one.
Very good.
Yeah, there we go.
Very, very good.
Yeah, essentially it's got lots of nice features, I guess, in a similar space to the Crankbrothers one.
Yep.
So, yeah, there's ramp up in the stroke of the dropper post.
So instead of just slamming the seat all the way down, there's like a buffer at the bottom of it.
Wow.
And this
right.
is a bit I thought
bottom out bumper.
This is what I thought was quite clever. So where a normal dropper would sort of actuate, go down and sort of expel gas out, they sort of harness some of that.
Okay.
And then as the seat goes up, it uses it to reach full extension, because sometimes you get that sort of, goes part way up and then you have to press the lever again and then it goes all the way up. So I thought that was quite smart.
There we go.
What they're calling their safe space technology.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, there we go.
Got a lever to go with it called the elevator boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that's lost in translation, but seems nice.
So it's essentially a lever running on dual bearings, so it's ultra light, ultra smooth there. So the seat post is available in lengths 150 to 190. Currently, I only read it as 31.6 in diameter.
I mean, that kind of makes sense because that's like a pretty standard size. But
Yeah. So this seat post by itself is €379, and then the elevator boy lever is available for $79. Uses the SRAM matchmaker mount and compatible, bear with me on this, mit alle Kabelbetrieben Sattelstützen.
Right.
So the last page of the press release was in German.
Oh, right. But thankfully you speak German.
A little bit. GCSE German getting exercised there.
Well, there we go. That's more than mine.
Again, cable actuated, so no batteries.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, I guess you've got choices there. You've got different flavours for different intentions.
Exactly.
Elevator or the Crankbrothers one. Yeah, nice options. Right, now we're going to change things to a different thing.
Yep.
Because we've done droppers. We've done lots of droppers. Mm-hmm. Helmets.
Something
New
you
trail
don't wanna
helmet.
drop. Yeah.
Well, agreed, yeah. Although you might just want to just gently scuff it first. Maybe that's just my best practice. This is the Montaro Pro, new helmet from Giro. So it's got 23, what they're dubbing wind tunnel vents, dry core system, very good ventilation, sweat management. It's got a polycarbonate roll cage, so that's kind of like strengthening system within the shell, deeper head coverage, two-position visor. One assumes sort of like
up and
down. Yeah, effectively. Not like a fully down.
No.
Eyewear storage,
Cool.
so that's quite clever. I mean, not for me because I can't see without these. Exactly. It is the NTA 8776. That's the e-bike certification.
Cool.
So it's tested to a different specification than a normal helmet.
High speeds and bigger.
It is higher speed, and then that results in more impact. So it has to absorb it. 3 sizes. Basically, all of the kind of characteristics I've described are very much like lots of nice, good trail helmets. But what's different about this one is that it uses a very different MIPS setup. So MIPS is this slide layer that often sits inside your helmet. And once it's on your head, it allows the helmet to pivot, and that helps absorb some of the rotation. So the helmet can kind of move a tiny bit if you hit your head on the ground, and that hopefully stops your brain twisting really violently inside your in your helmet, or in your head, I should say, in your skull.
Yep.
Right. So this one uses MIPS spherical technology.
Okay.
So effectively, we've got 2 shells. So the top shell actually pivots on itself. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it is. It's quite
Very
clever.
cool.
So opposed to having like a MIPS liner and the whole helmet pivoting, the sort of upper section of the helmet pivots. So it's meant to offer a bit more protection.
Yeah.
And it's said to offer a better fit.
I suppose by that bottom bit staying, dare I say, more static.
Yeah, exactly. That bit's not going to move around.
Yeah. That's cool.
A mountain of colours as well. 7 different options.
They look really good.
Yeah, some of them look really cool. And some of them you can see the sort of different, like spherical section that pivots because it's a different colourway.
Yep.
Because it's a different assembly.
Very
Pricing.
Cool. Yep.
€299 or £269. So spendy.
But by the sounds of the tech in it, worth it, I think.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think it's one of those things, isn't it? If a helmet fits and you don't know it's on the ride, it's a good helmet. Lots of them are tested
I would say no-brainer.
Really good.
But
well, I mean, that is a good point. Love it. Yeah. Speaking of no-brainer, dirt jumping.
Dirt jump. Okay. So DVO have just launched a new dirt jump.
Oh, I always thought it was Devo. There you go.
There we go.
DVO.
So it features a custom-tuned core damper and SL air spring. So I assume that means super light. 36mm stanchions, available in 26 and 27.5 wheel sizes. That's not a phrase I say often.
No.
Available in black or DVO factory green. It's really cool.
Okay.
80 to 100mm of travel, 44mm offset, and it comes with 6 volume spacers installed from factory with room for 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes sense though, because like if you're a dirt jumper, you don't want small bump sensitivity. No. You just want big hit survivability.
All the support. And yours for $679.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, there you go.
go.
High performance suspension parts for dirt jumpers.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
and you could pair that with that throne I was saying about.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So PTs, you probably know from making, well, lots of lubricants and lots of other parts. They've also made some like little stash bags. I mean, lots of products. But this, I think, is their first valves as well. They made those. I think this is their first product of like a product nature. It is the Monarch saddle.
Very nice.
And yeah, it's a really like nice looking saddle in terms of like profile. It looks... Well, it doesn't set the world alight, and I mean that in a really good way. Yeah. It's not got a weird fin where you don't want to have a fin. It's got a nice channel in there or sort of like cut out section. It feels pretty nice. It's got a nice rounded rear section so you'll be able to slide around on it. Subtly, there's a nice little handle at the back
Very good.
if you're lifting your bike around. Now, I think the thing that I think is most interesting is that, well, it's got cool little racy graphics on here, little checkerboard, and it says PTs. No, the most interesting thing is this little bit there.
Is that a bolt?
It is a bolt because PTs are saying that this is fully rebuildable. So they're going to do rails, they'll do different nose sections. There's an elastomer in the end as well. So, yeah, fully serviceable design. That's the really big headlines, which I think is quite good.
I think you touched on it as well, but it's currently working on one size fits most.
Yeah, I mean...
For now, I think maybe. So 145mm wide, 45mm stack and 260mm length. And, I mean, it looks class.
It does.
Multiple
looks pretty
options for colour on it as well. And this plastic shell section made from 24% recycled water bottles.
There you go. Very specific, 24%. Yeah. I mean, every little helps, doesn't it?
Yeah. So two options for rails. So you got a chromoly railed one for £69.99 British pounds, or you got the Thai MX railed one for £89.99. Which isn't horrific.
I think it's quite good.
It's really good.
Quite competitive pricing there. So good job. Interesting saddle.
We've got some sad news this week, actually.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's pretty monumental as well, actually. So Accell Group, who are a company you might not have heard of, but you would definitely heard of a lot of the brands that are within this group. So Lapierre, High Bike, Ghost, and if you're British, or to a degree American, Rally. Effectively, this overall group has filed for insolvency. So what that means for the future of High Bike, for Lapierre and Rally and Ghost it is a little bit unknown. They kind of went through a restructuring, I think, about a year ago, and it seemed like they were on the right path. But all of a sudden, the sort of like the funding for the company, they're kind of like the loans have just gone, we're not, that's not happening. So whoever's doing that loans can foresee or has seen some changes whereby they don't see it's sort of a rectifiable situation. But I know a lot of people, even in the UK, have been laid off. So kind of like thoughts to them because that's not really not good to lose your job and to lose it so suddenly, especially when things looked like they were kind of turning around for these businesses. But whether Lapierre, whether Rally are going to get bought by another investment company, maybe the brand will live on. It's tough times.
I know some of the brands were talking to their sort of like regional sort of authorities about sort of not managing themselves, trying to find the right phrase there, but
I guess try and find a buyer, basically. Yeah.
There we go. It's really sad.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, some of them, we could dive into lots, but Lapierre, a lot of history in mountain biking. Zesty, Spicy were iconic bikes for a while. And then you've got, they had a downhill race team. High Bike were really early into committing to e-bikes. Did some really innovative e-bikes too. They've got High Pivot, they've got Idlers. And then, Rally, really storied brand. They'd got downhill bikes back in the day. They did some cool single speeds that, happened more in America. Obviously, they sponsored Tomac for a bit as well. Sad times. Yeah.
Right. We are on to rapid fire.
Right, okay.
Bring the energy back up.
We'll try.
We're going to do overhyped versus underhyped.
Okay.
And I've got some new things this week for you, Owen.
Brill.
Are you ready?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Carbon wheels.
Sorry, overhyped, underhyped?
Overhyped, underhyped.
I think kind of underhyped. They are really nice. But they are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know.
Then we have aluminium wheels.
I think underhyped because aluminium can be really good.
Yeah. Yep. Dyneema, so those rope spokes.
I don't know because I haven't ridden them. They could be incredible. Steel's been around a long, long time and it works really well. So maybe just another thing where it's overhyped. We've had carbon spokes too, and they're
Anti-kickback devices.
Overhyped.
Additional sprung mass.
Massively overhyped. Yeah. Race stuff only.
All right. Tuned mass dampers.
Again, yeah. Overhyped. And it sounds like I'm real negative on race stuff. Some of it can be like a marginal gain, but for everybody, get your tyres right, get your lube on your chain correctly. Happy days go.
Fair enough. There we go. Bar ends and the ones we're seeing in downhill.
Overhyped massively. They'll be gone within 2 years or something like that.
All right, then
trim your bars.
Bar ends is in like the OG ones.
So OG ones, they've got a place, and we need to talk about them, maybe in a separate show. Little innie ones that we're starting to see pop up, they're quite fun.
Very good. Wheel balancing.
I did a tech show on this topic a while ago, and it's interesting. It fits 100% in the marginal gain, so there is something happening. However, I think it's really overhyped. It's really kind of exploded, and then you kind of look back in history at motocross, you look back at history of road race. You look back in the history of mountain biking, and it's not to say we should look back because they got it right. But a lot of the people that are working on race bikes way back then, motocross bikes as well, that did really well. The logic is, well, as soon as you roll through mud, it's going to be unbalanced. So it then is overhyped.
Finally, thick rotors.
Yeah, great. Thicker rotors are brilliant. I think they're really good. No, and it's this weird thing where we've had to wait for age and age, and it's been an e-bike thing and a race thing. But even yesterday I was working on someone's bike and needed a brake bleed, needed kind of like caliper recentering, but there was still a ching. And it's because our rotors on mountain bikes are pretty skinny. So 2.2 rotors, actually a good thing. Do we need them all in 200 and 220? No. Can we have some in 180, please? That'd be great. Thanks.
Right, that was some good talking points there, and I've got another one for us.
Jeez, right, okay, super.
I'm stealing this from the roadies.
Goodness.
Because we are all friends, everyone rides bikes, we love it. So Ollie and Si chatted last week about what features they'd look for when buying a bike in 2026.
Oh, God.
And it got me thinking, as much as we talk about individual components, like we just did, I don't think we've spoken about the bike as a whole.
Very true, like this.
So as much as I'm guilty of having the Adam build spec, we're not going to talk about individual component X versus component Y.
Right.
We've got the added task of travel size and purpose.
Right.
But those guys have got to choose between like aero, climbing and endurance. So features as a whole, if you were getting a complete bike out of the box.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we're thinking like mechanical shifting.
So it's interesting. So we're framing it as stuff that we want to see on the bike.
Yeah.
And I think already, even if the roadies were kind of framing it as air or climbing, I think they've missed an absolutely massive thing.
Go on.
Does the bike actually fit you?
Valid.
Like, that's the biggest thing ever. Like, I remember, we've done Ask It. We ask about comments, we talk about comments. We did a geometry video, me and Neil, fairly recently. And it's this thing that everybody misses. Like, somebody's like, I could get a really good deal on a large DH bike. Would that be much up from a small enduro? Well, it could be a massive difference. It could not be that much difference at all, because one brand's small is somebody's medium's somebody else's large. But all of the shifting performance, all of the things that we talk about on tech, if the bike doesn't fit you, we're still peddling these bikes, even EMTBs for the haters out there. If it doesn't fit, it's junk.
Fair enough. And I think you touched on it as well. If you're just going for something because it's cheap, not because it's like the bike for the purpose you want, what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, price comes into it, I think, almost after, and unfortunately, loads of brands limit sizes often at the lower end, and then there is a compromise. You have to go, okay, but bike's got to fit you first. There you go.
Okay, very
cool.
good.
Right, so, after that,
right? So maybe if I'm looking for a bike,
yeah,
I'll actively steer away from electronic shifting.
Okay.
As good as it is, and I do see a purpose for it. So if you've got reduced mobility in your hands or things like that,
yeah.
But mechanical shifting, you don't have to charge your bike.
No, I feel for me, I think I quite like mechanical, but I don't. Di2 is or the Access, it's pretty good too. Yeah, I think there's other parts of a bike that would be more binary. Yeah.
Speaking of, the fewest proprietary parts possible.
Yeah,
we both worked on bikes.
Agreement. Yeah.
Fiddly headsets, very specific size bolts, little things like that.
Well, even big things. Like back in the day, there were a couple of brands that were doing sort of innovative things in a wheel space. And we don't have to name names because it's kind of fine. But effectively, they were kind of... And the logic of what they were doing was really good. They were trying to create a better rear wheel in terms of how it was dished. So we're talking about how the rear wheel is centered. Because it kind of, you look at the back of a bike and you're like, it's symmetrical, but then you kind of look and you're like, oh,
it's not.
It's not. and I think that was the thing, is they were trying to correct that.
Yeah.
But it then meant that as a consumer, you're trapped by that bike to only be able to get these things. And you know, the headset parts or some small bolts or like a seat clamp. You're right.
Or I think in the case of the brand you're talking
3
about,
years, 4 years, it turns into a problem.
the bottom bracket as well.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a minefield.
bottom brackets are, but it feels like we've had a lot of stabilisation with that, and there's more workarounds. But it's also, the bottom bracket's not that expensive compared to a wheel set, or a wheel rebuild. But yeah, okay.
One standard I do see sort of chopping and changing the brake caliper fittings. Particularly sort of like XC-sized bikes. So I know some of them are still using flat mounts or sort of more roadie style caliper fitting, which then means if you want to put a 4-piston caliper on it, you've then got to get some like heinous adapter with some really weird bolts in it.
Yeah.
And it does look a bit like...
there's
we're not all
50
kilo racing snakes. Some of us want big calipers for stopping power, so why not? Yeah. Just do that out of the box.
Yeah, I think that's a tricky one, isn't it? Because as a priority, I'd kind of like move that down. Because again, you can get adapters from flat mount to post mount. Is it ideal world? No, but I feel like that's. I can go with that.
Yeah. And then I think we briefly just touched on it, but threaded bottom brackets.
Yeah, so you're pro a threaded bottom bracket. Yeah, I mean, Steve was I found fascinating. He was like, no, I don't like threaded bottom brackets. It's too stressful to fix.
I can see his point, because you can very quickly ruin a threaded bottom bracket, but provided you've not gone too far with it, you can re-tap it, and it's more savable, dare I say, than a...
I think for me, though, I think, threaded bottom bracket, BSA standard is an incredible standard. Yeah. Like turn of the century, I think like 1906 or something like that. It was bonkers. But yeah, really good.
Amazing.
I think we should also just touch on some internal cable routing.
Yes.
Some of it, I think there's advantages because brands can make lighter bikes. Yeah. Because effectively you're making a hole in the top of the head tube. Okay, there is, if we touch on what the roadie said, there's a very slim aero gain. Mm-hmm. That's another topic of kind of aero gains that I'd love to get stuck into, mainly because, aero gains are real. I'm not like a kind of Luddite against the aero world, but they're quite marginal.
Yeah.
But the headset cable routing is one of those things, it can be done really well and it can be an okay experience. Mm-hmm. It's still more faff than other setups. Yeah, so I think it's good that I think the industry's kind of looked at that and gone, we'll move back to normal routing. It's good.
Yeah. Just with that, if you've then got the option to choose what way the cables get routed, it's a very sort of specific me thing. But I like having all the cables sort of arc across the head tube. So if you've got one coming in one side, one that side, and then another one in there, because it's sleeve in sleeve, then it can look a bit messy.
Yeah, I mean, Accell routing can be done real well.
Yeah.
But I think, those are marginal gains. I think,
So, are we making a fuss out of nothing? Or are there particular elements of a bike you need to have in particular when you're looking for a new one? Let us know down in the comments. Cool stuff we've seen, Owen.
Right, cool stuff, yeah.
So, Salsa.
Yeah.
So, this is, it looks like an adventure bike, is what
I think that's a perfect term.
Call it as.
Yeah.
With 32-inch wheels.
Yeah, production
How cool
bike.
is that?
We saw it sort of teased at Seotta earlier in the year, and now it's kind of basically released. There's a steel one, there is a titanium one as well. What's interesting is that, so it is 32, it's pretty big clearance. I feel like it's up to like maybe a 55mm tyre. So we are framing it in a certain way. Yep. You can make it single speed as well. Yep. Apparently that works quite nice on 32. I think what's quite fun is that Salsa is saying it will work, and on their sizes, they've made a small, it will work from 5'2" up to 6'7".
That's pretty cool.
Isn't it?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Interesting. Let us know about 32s. I think you'd probably thought it'd gone quiet and we hadn't mentioned it because you hated 32s, but let us know in the comments down below.
We've got a damper cartridge from Simon's Lab.
Yeah.
So I think this is the continuation of a Masters project.
Oh, nice.
By a chap called Simon. It's a damper cartridge with loads of tunability in it. So essentially the high speed rebound, high speed compression dial actually sort of tunes the bass tune, for want of a better phrase, of the suspension unit.
Yeah.
And then your slow speed sort of gets more into the sort of nitty gritty of it. So I think the rebound's got 20 clicks of low speed, and the compression's got 23 clicks of just loads of adjustment in it.
Wow.
Because those high speed adjustments are essentially the same as sort of changing shim stacks.
Oh, interesting.
Because the bass, so I keep using the word bass, but essentially they use a tapered shim stack.
Interesting.
So it gives a linear to slightly digressive damping characteristic before you start then fiddling with stuff.
Jeez,
to get it dialed in properly.
You did say he was doing a Masters, correct? Yeah. It shows, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm struggling to get my head around it, but it's got hydraulic bottom out during the last 25 mil of travel.
Clever.
It's got further applications planned with it, but it's currently only available on a RockShox Zeb or a Fox 38, or Intend's 35 mil inverted stanchion forks.
Okay, yeah.
Minus the samurai.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
I mean, that's quite a few forks, to be fair.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
and available directly from Simon's Lab for €486.55.
Well, if you mega into your suspension, it's there.
There we go.
Very changing the topic.
Very different.
So Rat Boy, Josh Bryceland, fun racer, fun dude.
Yep.
Met him a couple of times. Good lad. Very quick on a downhill bike.
Yep.
Very quick in general. Big sort of juxtaposition. He's gone bike packing, and there's a cool overnighter for
That's
him.
cool.
It's from Tailfin, who make bike packing stuff. So yeah, it's one of their kind of videos, but it's really fun. They've also done with roadie content, be warned.
Yep.
Alison Jackson, so she won Paris-Roubaix. She's very also famous for dances.
Yeah.
So maybe if she's, in and around, maybe we could get her on and we could do a tech show dance.
That'd be really cool.
Let us know in the comments about that one. Bet that'll get you going.
Speaking of comments, it's time for your lovely comments. So we chatted overbuild a lighter chassis versus lighter build a burly chassis. That's such a tongue twister, I can't get there.
Well, you set yourself up there. You did that. So,
we had some very expensive bikes in the news last week. So from Pieni Muster, fast forward a couple of years, and bro, you got to have at least 120mm stem for trail and enduro.
I think this is in reference. Hope had got a very short stem, a new one. So I think this is saying in the future we're going to have really long stems, or maybe really tall ones. Maybe it's going to be 120mm high.
There we go.
Who knows? Jake Break Bill, look at your face when you mentioned prices. Just bought a new mountain bike that cost half the cost of my first house back in 1977. Being old, you feel the pain even more. Yeah, that's a relevant point. I'm not that old. I don't think you could. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. There we go. Right.
From Steve Tao. I'm an underbiker. Right, no. Get your words out, Adam. I'm an underbike rider too. The best way to upgrade and perfect your skills. Love what Owen said about it too.
There you go. Yeah, underbiking for the win. Obviously, there were lots of people who are contrary. One person was like, no, I need like an even bigger truck. So I think he's going to get like a Bronco. There's like a race version of the Bronco, so it's like a full trophy truck that you can buy from Ford at limited numbers, but he's going to get one of those to nip to the shops.
Fair enough.
So
very good. And then lastly from Fozzie, as someone from the Bay Area, please pronounce it correctly, Owen, like Adam does. I think referring to Marin.
Yeah. Well, the problem is here in the UK there is a name, like somebody's name can be Marin.
Yep.
And also we might have had it first, but Marin, I can re-say it.
There we go.
All good. Cool. We've got questions, haven't we, next?
We have the quiz.
Brilliant.
So last week we asked what was the first Santa Cruz mountain bike model and when. Bonus nerd points as well. What was unique about the suspension design?
Yeah. What was, I think, first most exciting for me is that Tim did say that we hadn't had this question before.
Yes.
I know. Woo. Very good. Almost getting up to 450 and we hadn't had this one.
Amazing.
So it was the Tasman.
Yep.
I thought maybe it was the Tamsin, but I did
double check it.
I did double check
Yep.
it. So it wasn't the Heckler if you thought it was that. Effectively, the Heckler was just pure single pivot, as you might imagine, whereas the Tasman had the shock was bolted in a different way. So it had an end mount and a kind of mid shock mount.
Yep.
So it made it really stiff, and that was one of the kind of custom things about it was this unique shock made by Rissy Racing, who, if you're old enough to remember, had some of the first chunky and adjustable shocks with like these really cool machine levers on the side of them, opposed to little dials. It's like a big dial. They were great. Obviously not very good if you hit your shin on it or inside of your knee.
So answered correctly at the time of writing by Sepster, Tim, WJ Guy, and Bob Shy. That's not the name I've heard before.
Very good.
Welcome to the comments, my friend. This week's question. So Giro launched the first modular full face.
Yeah.
So what was it called and when was it released?
I remember this. Very cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
There we go.
Right, that is it for today's show. So if you've enjoyed anything, you want to discuss anything, get it down in the comments below, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah.